Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be installing some bracing for the Elantra, and Emily has been fortunate enough to go ahead and partner up with Ultra Racing to go ahead and put on their front strut bar as well as the rear lower tie bar that goes pretty much ties on the subframe above the gas tank. So we're going to go ahead and start off with installing this front strut bar right in replace of these guys right here. So what first steps that we're going to go ahead and do to get these off is just going to go ahead and remove these bolts on top. I'm not sure of the socket size. We're going to figure those out and I'll go ahead and let you guys know, but we're really excited to see how this looks in the engine bay, and not only just for cosmetic, but to see if it helps with stiffening the chassis up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and figure out what socket this is and we'll move on from there. All right guys, so you're going to want to go ahead and use a 14mm socket to go ahead and pop these off. I was able to do it with a smaller size ratchet, but if you guys do need anything bigger to like pop them off because of how tight they are, you can use a breaker bar or just a bigger ratchet. But 14, take off these three, and then you're going to also take off this one, and we're going to go ahead and start removing the other side as well. And another thing I do want to mention is that the car does not need to be jacked up for this. If you were to go ahead and jack up the car and remove these bolts, the suspension would actually fall off, because this is what's holding your strut up to the frame of the car. So you don't want to go ahead and have the car jacked up and removing this. You want full load on the car. Once I go ahead and have the 14mm nuts removed, you can go ahead and remove these, and these come right off. So I'm going to go ahead and put these to the side. And I'm not sure, because I've seen some other strut bars for different platforms that sometimes don't mind this. Sorry, when we bought the car from Arizona, this piece was cracked and they tried saying that we did it. So it eventually completed the crack and now it's missing. So until we get a new plastic piece, it's going to look like that. But some of the front strut bars that we've seen, you have to cut into the plastic cowl to make them fit. So we're gonna see how the Ultra Racing kit fits with this. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on and see how it is. Just wanna go ahead and show you that there is gonna be a little bit of trimming that's gonna need to be done. I'm not sure if the plastic cowl is gonna be able to be popped up and then you can slide this underneath it, but actually no, you're not, because it's gonna hit right here for when the plastic's trying to clear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much just shave this little bit out. If you come over here, you're going to be able to see that it's pretty much a small little area that is going to have to come off. So if you do a top down look as well, you'll be able to see that it's literally just a small piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to follow the shape of what this one looks like, so they kind of match a little bit. So in order to remove the plastic cowl, what you're going to need to do is there's a few plastic clips where you can see in these holes. You want to go ahead and push. Let me go ahead and show you guys real quick. So this is going to be the little push clip. That's how it's going to look. If you push that in, it releases this up, and then you can kind of pop these out and put them to the side, because if not, they're going to fly everywhere. And then I also had to put the windshield wipers in service mode, pop those off so that way. And then also, before I get too far, I had to take this out as well. So pretty much what that allowed me to do was to get this off, and then I can trim this the correct way that I need to, and clean up this bit that broke off. So all right guys, so this is how we kind of cut around. I could have been a little bit cleaner. I could have cut it right here, but I was trying to match it to the broken side over there. So
all right guys, so as you can see, we got the front strut bar on, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to take the car out and actually feel how it feels. So yeah, we're gonna move on now to the rear brace, and then we'll show you guys that process.
We have the car up in the air. We're gonna go ahead and start working on the rear lower subframe bar. So there's two 19mm bolts right here by the rear of the exhaust. So you're gonna see one right here on the subframe, and then we have one more 19. So you're gonna want to use a deep socket on this, and we're gonna go ahead and crack these loose. And I'm pretty sure we don't need the car jacked up on there, so I'm gonna crack it loose to see if I see any type of weight coming down. If I don't, pop these down, put the new bar on, and there's just two bolts that hold that in, so it should be pretty straightforward. All right, so I had to use a breaker bar to pop off the 19mm nuts, but the car's not on jack stands. It has load on it, and I was able to pop these off. So you can do it the same way I am, or you can jack it up in the air. So we're gonna go ahead and install this with the point going down. So the exhaust is gonna have to be dropped in order for this, or at least the muffler is gonna have to be dropped. So I'm just gonna pop it off the hangers, get it low enough to where I can sneak it back in, and then put everything back on. So alright guys, so the rear bracing is installed, and we went ahead and just dropped the muffler like we showed you to go ahead and get this bad boy put in. There was no torque specs included, so these ones were on there pretty damn tight. So I had torqued them down to around like 100 pound-feet of torque and gave it a little bit extra snug, but other than that, these are really on there. We're extremely happy to have these on and to go ahead and put them to use. Tomorrow we're going on a nice cruise through the canyon, so hopefully Emily notices a difference while running these. So
and we'll try to give you guys like a little update after. I don't know if in this video or maybe the next video we'll just briefly tell you guys if we felt a difference in it, you know.
But really cool. I mean, you're never gonna see these when the car is on the floor, but at least you know that they're in a nice finish, and the powder coating on these were really nice. And yeah, really extremely happy with the product. Just want to go ahead and say thank you guys for go ahead and tuning into the video. We appreciate everybody's support and liking the videos, and if you guys haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and give us a subscribe and a thumbs up on the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.